Today, we have another fascinating video lesson on common English idioms. In this lesson, we will explore 5 idioms. Slipped my mind, a piece of cake, get cold feet, a rip off, and get a kick out of. So, let's start. Our first idiom is slipped my mind. Have you ever forgotten something important? Well, this expression is perfect for that situation. When something slips your mind, it means you forgot about it. For example, I was supposed to bring my notebook to class, but it completely slipped my mind. This sentence expresses the fact that you were aware of the need to bring your notebook to class, but unintentionally forgot about it. For the another example, suppose that you had a plan to go out with your friends for the evening and you wanted to make sure that your phone had enough battery. You thought about charging it, but got distracted by other things and ended up forgetting to plug in it. Later, when you realized that your phone battery was low, you could say, I meant to charge my phone, but it completely slipped my mind. Now, let's move on to a piece of cake. This idiom is used to describe something that is very easy or effortless, just like eating a piece of cake. For example, if you want to express that the exam was very easy for you because you had prepared well, you could say, after studying for weeks, the exam was a piece of cake. Or, in other words, you could say, the exam felt like a piece of cake after weeks of diligent studying. Next up, we have get cold feet. This expression is commonly used when someone becomes hesitant or fearful about doing something they had initially planned or agreed to do. It's like feeling a sudden chill in your feet that stops you from moving forward. For example, Tom had been rehearsing for the play, but on the opening night he got cold feet and couldn't go on the stage. This sentence describes a situation where Tom, who had been practicing and preparing for a play, became suddenly hesitant or fearful right before the performance, leading him to be unable to go on the stage. Another example would be Mark was excited about skydiving, but when he got to the plane, he got cold feet and backed out. This sentence describes a situation where someone initially felt enthusiastic about doing something, but when the moment of action arrived, they became hesitant and decided not to proceed. Now, let's talk about the phrase a rip off. It is used to describe a scenario where someone is charged an excessive amount of money for a product or service, making them feel cheated. For example, if you want to express disappointment with the poor quality of the gadget you purchased, you could say, I bought a new gadget, but it turned out to be a total rip-off. It broke within a week. Or in other words, after purchasing a new electronic device, I was left disappointed as it turned out to be a complete rip-off. The gadget malfunctioned and stopped working just within a week of buying it. In the end, we have get a kick out of. This expression means to derive enjoyment or pleasure from something. It's like experiencing a thrill or excitement. Let's see it in action. If you love solving puzzles, you could say, I get a kick out of solving challenging puzzles. This sentence conveys the idea that you find great satisfaction when you solve them. Another example would be, Tim gets a kick out of playing video games and competing with his friends. You can use the sentence to describe someone's enjoyment and enthusiasm for playing video games and engaging in friendly competition. Well, this is the end of the video. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time with more fascinating English lesson.